Hello aspirants, good evening. Welcome to PDF for Exams YouTube channel. This is day 45. We are learning environment, and in this video we will be discussing about State of Forest Report 2019. This video is last video of environment and ecology. From next video we will starting a new subject, that is economy. Fine. So as I said, this is the last video and it will not be a very long video because in this video we will be only covering the Forest Report 2019. And this State of Forest Report 2019, this is published by FSI, that is Forest Survey of India. Okay, so let's move into the video and see what topics are to be covered in this video. Fine. So this video deals with State of Forest Report 2019. Before starting and knowing about the report, we should know about the organization, what this FSI is, what are its objectives, and under what ministry it works. Okay, so FSI, it is a national organization which is responsible for assessment and monitoring of forest resources of India every 2 years. That means this report is published every 2 years. It works under Ministry of Environment and Forest. Its headquarters is Dehradun, which is in Uttarakhand, and this organization was founded in 1981. Fine, and the first report which is published was 1987. And at the end, if we talk about the objective, its objective are preparing report which are regarding forest, conducting inventory in forest and non-forest, and developing database. That means whatever incoming, that means whichever trees are being planted, whatever trees are being cutted. So these databases are carried or conducted by this FSI. Next is conducting training in GIS and remote sensing. That means the observation which is to be done for preparing of this report, that is done by GIS and remote sensing. For that very purpose, training is also given by this organization, and some thematic map are being prepared, like if we draw a map in which area there is a forest, in which area there is non-forest area. So these all maps are also designed by FSI, and research and development also being strengthened in this organization, and at the end it supports forest department for functioning well. Fine. So this is a short description about FSI. Now moving to the report, what does this report says? So as I said, this report was published by, or is published generally by, Forest Survey of India, and it is published every 2 years. Over here it is given biennial, that means every 2 years, and it includes wall-to-wall forest cover mapping. That means the forest from wherever it starts and end, it covers the entire region. It doesn't cover that, for example, one single area would be covered whereas the other area would be left. It's not like that. Wall-to-wall coverage of forest is being done under this report. It started its assessment in 1987. That means first assessment was, or first report was published in 1987, and including the latest 2019 reports, it has published overall 16 reports, this 2019 being the 16th one. According to this report, forest and tree cover in the country is 80.73 million hectare, which is 24.56% of geographical area of country. That means in our country 24.56% of area is covered with forests or trees. Okay, and if we make a comparison with the last assessment of last report, in last report there has been increase of 5,188 square kilometer in total area of forest cover, tree cover in the country. That means afforestation has increased and deforestation has been reduced, or you can say afforestation has been done more drastically as compared to deforestation. Okay, and out of this, if we specify this increased area of forest land, it has been observed that 3,970 kilometers, 76 square kilometers is the tree cover, and remaining 1,212 square kilometer is increase in forest cover, open forest, and very dense forest, moderately dense forest. That means the coverage has been observed in the case of open forest, then dense forest, and then moderately dense forest. If we talk about the top 3 states which shows increment in forest cover, these are Karnataka on the top, that has 1,025 square kilometers coverage, it has been increased. Next is Andhra Pradesh, 990 square kilometer, and the third is Kerala, which has covered 820 square kilometers, 23 square kilometers within this 2 year. After 2017 report, in 2019 reports we have seen that there was increase of 5,188 square kilometers of forest cover. So these are the places in which has maximum covered the forest area. Fine. Now talking about the major finding of the report. So these are the finding of report. As I said, that there are certain area in a country which consist of forests. So overall we have seen that almost 25% of land area in a country is covered with forest area. So out of all 29 states, we have 29 states in the country. So Madhya Pradesh is the largest forest cover in the country, followed by Arunachal Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Maharashtra. Fine. Madhya Pradesh is located at center of a country. Arunachal Pradesh is northeast part of the country, and Chhattisgarh, Odisha in western part of the country. Maharashtra is in western, and these are in eastern. Okay. Now in terms of geographical area, the top 5 states are Mizoram 85.41, Arunachal Pradesh 79.63%, Meghalaya 76.33%, Manipur 75.46% and Nagaland 75.31%. What do we mean by percentage of total geographical area? So over here we are comparing. For example, Mizoram has 100% of area. We are just considering in case of percentage. So out of this 100%, 85% of the land is covered with forest in Mizoram. So it is dealing with particular states. That means in one state, what is the percentage of forest cover? So we can see the top 5 states in which Mizoram is the top, and Nagaland we can see is the 5th number, which has 75.31% as forest cover in its state. What are the other findings? Let's move forward and see. The mangroves ecosystem. So these mangrove ecosystem are very unique and rich in biodiversity and provide numerous ecological service. So what are these mangrove ecosystem? We know this very well. Mangroves are small shrubs, you can say, or trees which grows in coastal saline brackish water. So these are these kind of ecosystem. Mangroves are those kind of ecosystem, and it has got huge amount of biodiversity. That means lots of biodiversity, plants and animals live or reside in mangrove ecosystem. And this ISFR, that is Indian State of Forest Report 2019, it has separately reported about the mangroves. That means total mangrove cover in India is 4,975 kilometers, which has increased by 54 square kilometers in all, if we compare to previous assessment that was done in 2017. And if talking about the states which have increased in the area of mangroves, these are Gujarat 37 square kilometers, followed by Maharashtra 16 square kilometers, and then Odisha 8 square kilometers. There are a few mangroves in Tamil Nadu, but these are the significant area where mangrove forest has been increased, and Sundarban also has some mangrove forest covers. Fine. And if we talk about the growing stocks, what are these growing stocks? Growing stocks means say the area where these trees are grown to make them or convert them into forests. So these area of stocks in India has been estimated 5,915.76 million, out of which 4,273 million come inside the forest and 1,006 come outside the forest. See what happens. Trees are not only planted in forests. Some trees are even planted on roadside. Some trees are planted in balcony of houses, not in balcony actually, in veranda of houses. So it depends from place to place where these trees are planted. But since we are counting the forest and the tree cover in our country, that's why we have seen here that growing stock total 5,915, in which this 4,273 million square kilometer came inside the forest, whereas 1,642 million came outside of the forest. Fine. Now out of this increasing growing stock, this 55.8 million comes inside the forest and 38.30 million comes outside the forest area. Why we have counted this? Because there has been 93.38 million growth, or you can say increase, from the last survey 2017. So till now you can see that we have been comparing 2017 report with 2019 report. Okay, and apart from all these, the bamboo bearing area in the country is estimated around 16 million hectares, and there has been increase of only 0.32 million hectare in bamboo bearing area if we compare to last assessment of 2017. And in 2017 the bamboo culm area was 278 million tons, and gradually it has increased to 88 million tons as compared to 2017. So if we deduct this 88 million from this 278, you will get the bamboo culms in 2017 report. Fine. So these are just factual information. We don't have much to tell over here, but still we'll see what are the factors and what are the important outcomes which have been given or provided by this report. An annual increase in carbon stock is 21.3 million ton, which is 78.2 million ton carbon dioxide. So you can see carbon stock. In carbon stock, the maximum amount of gas which we have is carbon dioxide, and along with this 62,466 wetland, which is covering 3.8% area of the country, is being there. Let's see the further methodology. That means what methods are used for taking, or you can say, surveying this forest. So as we know, we are following Digital India campaign. So under this vision, these FSIs, these assessments are largely based on digital data. And what kind of digital data? These data are taken from satellite data, vector boundary, or district or data processing for field measurement. Okay. And what does these reports provide? So these reports, these satellite data, vector boundary, these provide information on forest cover, tree cover, mangrove cover, growing stock inside and outside forest area, carbon stock in India's forest, forest type and biodiversity, forest fire monitoring, and forest cover in different slopes and altitude. So these are the outcome, or you can say the information which are provided by Digital India tools and whichever methods which we use to take the assessment. Fine. And there has been special thematic information also are being provided by these methodologies, like hill, tribal district, northeastern region has also been separately reported. So these area has been separately reported by using these methodology. And this biennial assessment has been done every 2 years. So it has been done using the satellite, mid-resolution satellite data, that is the interpretation of LISS3. What is this LISS3? This is linear imaging self-scanning sensor. So these are sensors which are there in remote satellites. So these help in scanning of the area, out of which we can distinguish between these factors: forest cover, tree cover, mangrove cover. So these are just being displayed, or you can say these are observed by LISS3, and data is being interpreted from remote sensing satellite data, RESORCAT 2. Fine. And this information, the information also provide inputs from global level inventories. It's not that we only get information from Indian satellites, we too get information from global level entries also, like GHG inventory, growing stock, carbon stock, forest level, and international reporting to UNFCCC target under CCD, Global Forest Revenue Assessment done by FO for planning and scientific management of forest. Oh, fine. So some international organizations are also there which are responsible for providing information for collecting of data so that they can be processed and report could be published. And for the first time, you can say this ortho rectified satellite data has been used for forest cover mapping due to better positioning accuracy, and it removes effect of image perspective, that is like some tilts, relief, terrain. So the earlier satellite which we used, though they were not able to differentiate between the tilt, terrain and all, but new one which is being used, it can differentiate between these things. Okay, now FSI, this first attempt, it has been carried out rapid assessment of biodiversity for all the states UTs except 2 states, you can say. 16 forest type groups as per champion and set classification which was done in 1968 was found. Apart from this, tree, shrub, herb species is also observed in the survey, and specific measurements are being given, like what area are covered with the long trees, shrubs and all. These are being mentioned in this forest report. If we talk about the highlights of this report, so the study to assess the dependence of people living in close proximity for the forest for the day-to-day needs like fuel, wood, fodder, small timber and bamboo was undertaken by FSI. What do we mean by this? That is, in forest, lots of people reside in forest also, and they are very much dependent on natural resources which are present in forest for their livelihood. So how does their dependence or livelihood on these resources hampers these forest cover? This is also being covered under FSI. And of course, new information has also been generated from this National Forest Inventory about top 5 NTF species in each state and union territories in terms of availability in forest and relative occurrence. Okay, so let's see what else is left. Now there are some Indian forest and forest resources in the world. So over here it is being compared, that means what kind of assessment is done at international level. So global forest resource assessment done by FAO once in 5 years. This in a global forest research assessment is done once in a 5 year, whereas in India we could see FSI, it conducts this report or research every 2 years. So it provides information about the forest resource of almost all the countries in the world. If we talk about the latest reports of this global forest resource assessment, it was released in 2015. The next report would have to be published in 2020, but now due to corona we don't think so. The next report will be published next year most probably. Now status of top 10 to 12 countries in respect of forest area, change in forest area, growing stock and this forest carbon as per GFRA 2015. Over here it is listed. We can see which are the top 10 countries. First is Russian Federation, in which 48% of land area is covered with forest, or you can say globally it covers 20% of forest area. Fine. Brazil, Canada, USA, China, Democratic Republic of Congo, Australia, Indonesia, Peru, and finally on 10th we have India. In India, 22% of the land. Over here the data might be wrong because as per Indian data we have 24 point something area of geographical area which is being covered by forest, but almost it's not, it doesn't differ too much. And 2%, India contribute 2% of global forest cover. Okay, now the objective of nationwide forest cover mapping. So if we talk about the objectives are very simple, like to monitor forest cover and changes there in nation, state and district level. So we have to monitor changes at every level. National, that means in entire India, state means in different states, and districts mean in different districts. It generates information on forest cover in different density classes and change therein. So it has to give information about the change in the forest cover, and a few thematic map has to be produced, like in which area how much forest is there, in which area there is no forest zone. So these are to be prepared by this FSI only, and to provide information on international reporting also. As we have seen earlier that there is an international organization which provide a report, so it doesn't do it, it doesn't take information by itself. Sometimes these organizations help these global organization to present the report. Now at the end we'll see the limitation of forest cover mapping. So its limitations are very simple. Since this resolution of LISS 3 sensor, what is this LISS? We have already seen this linear imaging self scanning sensor. So these scanning sensor, their resolutions are very low, and since their resolutions are very low, they cannot give a complete, or you can say exact picture, and sometimes this geometric area or dimension less than 23.5 meter on the ground are not discernible. That means they cannot be differentiated. 23 meter, it is not very small area, so these satellites cannot give clear picture, or they cannot differentiate below this. Fine. Next is non-availability of appropriate season. Sometimes what happen, rain, clouds, so these always become a hindrance or obstruction in taking images or doing its work. These devices are not able to work in bad situations like clouds and shadows and all. And sometimes what happens, weeds are produced in few forest area of agriculture crop like sugarcane, cotton, etc. So because of presence of these weeds, again these satellites cannot differentiate between weeds and the crops, and they consider weeds to be covered in forest area. That's why it doesn't give accurate information. Apart from this, there are few young plantation that doesn't contain chlorophyll, and since they do not contain chlorophyll, they won't be green in color, and since they are not green in color, these resolution, these LISS 3 sensor, they doesn't get reflection of these plants and do not consider them as part of the forest. And again, haze and other atmospheric distortion pose difficulty in interpretation, especially in coastal area. So these are the limitation of forest cover mapping. Fine. So this is all about Forest Survey Report of India. If you have any doubts regarding this, please ask in the comment box. Thank you for watching. See you next video with new subject. Till then, goodbye.